Welcome back to Neuropathy Solutions with me, Dr. Roger Borbon, for understanding neuropathy and how to put you back in control of your life and vitality. Okay, what causes neuropathy? So I'm not going to go through the labels of all the things associated with neuropathy like chemotherapy, diabetes, and so forth, because it doesn't really serve you at getting to the cause of your neuropathy. Instead, if we focus on the roots of the causes of neuropathy, I think that'll serve you a lot better and be more instructive when you go speak to your doctor. So there's just a few basic components that stimulate neuropathic disorders. One is poor fuel. So fuel in the form of oxygen and nutrition. We'll come back to that. Chronic inflammation is another one. Toxicity is another one. And then lack of activation. So we'll break all these down, but right now what we're going to do is focus on fuel. So your nervous system eats up 30% of all the energy that you consume. So when you eat food and you metabolize that into energy, 30% goes just to your nervous system. So what your nerves and neurons, so neurons are cells of the nervous system, what they require is lots of oxygen, because the oxygen helps in energy production. The other thing is that nerves feed on glucose. So this is blood sugar, and so you can have good blood sugar and bad blood sugar, but it's just there's a margin of normal that we strive for. And this is why diabetics have a high degree of neuropathies, because they have a hard time regulating their blood sugar. So when it comes to fuel, think of it like if you had a flashlight and the power source on it was starting to fade. And so if you had that flashlight and it starts to dim a little bit, you might be out in the dark and you might just barely perceive, man, does this look like it's fading a little bit? And then after too long, you know it's fading. So you might shake the flashlight a little bit and it might kick up back to a little bit more normal and then quickly fade again. And then you might shake it and not do anything. You might smack it around and maybe it comes up for a short bit and then boom, it dies. So this is not too unlike how neuropathies are. And if you have neuropathy, you might have noticed yourself kind of shaking your hands, rubbing your hands, trying to do something to stimulate the nerve endings so they can have a better signal. And this is having to do with the millivoltage inside the cells of the neuron. The bigger point to that is, with neuropathies, a lot of times the decline of function is slow and gradual until it hits a certain point. What I've seen in my practice is somewhere between that 20 and 25% of sensory loss, then it drops off a cliff and then things can fast forward rather quickly. So when it comes to the causes, the fuel source is one of the first things that we want to look at, and how we get that fuel to the nerves is through your blood supply. More on that on the next video. Take care.